Hi there. Hey, we're cooking with the big guy and gonna go with some traditional food today. We're gonna make some Jota, and this is one of those things that maybe we should make more often, but we don't. This is from Trieste, which is in Italy. You know, our family's from Trieste, which was a part of Hungary, Austria-Hungary, when they came. So it's one of these places in Europe that has exchanged hands many times, and we're gonna kind of make a dish that is pretty popular there in the wintertime, and it combines basically several cultures at once. This is a soup. Basically what you're gonna have is a bean, potato, sauerkraut soup, some pancetta or some bacon in it, and I'll let you see it here as we do it. Okay. All right, so we have our beans. You can use, ideally, a barlatti bean. Kind of hard to find. You can also use a light red kidney bean or a pinto bean. I really like pinto beans a lot. And we're gonna fire these up. And let's get it going here. And you know, I'm not real good at precise amounts. But we have to salt the beans, obviously using some sea salt. And then you could use either a pancetta, Canadian bacon, or just a regular old US of A bacon. And we're just gonna use some US of A bacon here. Just some basic, decent bacon. Use a cheap cut. It's almost a backwards process, because when we make this soup, you want to have more fat. This is your fat of the soup. This is a big part of the flavor. So whatever cut you use, don't go spending all kinds of money and trying to use a great cut of bacon. Just kind of toss a decent cut in there and get it cooking. And we're gonna leave this cook for about an hour and a half. With the salt, the beans, the bacon. I soaked the beans last night. Got the bad ones out of it, you know, like you do. And let me get a cover for this. And our New Year's Eve soup will be started. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Hey, I'm back before it even started to boil. I almost forgot to toss in a few bay leaves. And we'll put in a pound of beans, 12 ounces of bacon. Let's put in 5 bay leaves. Again, this is a flavoring thing that if you're not a bay leaf type person, you know, but I love them. All right, guys. This is about halfway done. It looks pretty good. I'm tempted to taste that broth, but I won't. I'm actually gonna go downstairs and get a bigger soup kettle. All right. All right, hey, back to our soup. We got a pan here. Gonna make a little bit of a European roux. Most soups and gravies have a roux. A little bit of oil. And my camera's not the best angle, but it works. And then I also have, ooh, I've got some steam there. We have the potatoes over here. I chopped them, drained them, and then we're gonna toss these in there. Get the water out of them. And now they're gonna cook for about 15 minutes or so while I get this roux going. Okay. So, let me make sure they're all under the water first while they go. Stir this up. Alright. Notice I changed the lid. Gonna use a bigger lid. Okay, now let's get this kind of situated better. Oh shoot, I don't want to mess up my camera. Oh darn it. Oh well. I guess it is what it is, huh? There we go. Stay there, Penny. Yeah, you need a roux. You can put onions in this if you want. And we have the oil going. Not the greatest angle. And I'm gonna stir this out to potentially add a wee little bit more oil. This is a canola olive oil mix. And I just will stir it. It's gonna be like a paste-like substance. Well, most people call it different things. I'm gonna let it go until it's sort of a brownish color. Okay. So we got the soup going here. These potatoes got about 10 more minutes. We have our version of roux. It's a butter, oil, flour mixture. It's going to turn the color I needed here in a second. Already is like a golden color. It's going to get the number one ingredient here in a minute. And that will be sauerkraut. Okay, so now we're going to kind of get this about a pound of sauerkraut in here. And going to season it with some cumin. Just get a little crispiness to it. And it's going to go into that soup after we grind up some of the soup. You're going to see a couple more steps here. We're going to make this a special soup. That's right. It's a once a year soup. It's very, very special. All right. A little bit of butter. We got this. Let me put some more cumin in it. Then we'll turn this baby down. No added salt, remember that. Only the sea salt at the beginning. Because everything else has salt in it. Sauerkraut is salty. The pancetta, the bacon is salty. Okay, the potato beans are about done. We're going to take out about, I don't know, 1/4 of them. Give some thickness to this. Maybe one more scoop. And we're good. Okay, then gonna grind them up and run a little bit of juice there. Don't gonna really show that, but that's what you do with them. All right, so we added about, I don't know, 1/3 of the concoction back into this with the roux. After we brown them up, it's looking thicker and better. Sauerkraut is going to get dumped in, and then the last step will begin. There's the sauerkraut. Just going to toss that in there and stir that baby up. Turn that off. One more step. Jota is almost done. So we took out all the bacon pancetta stuff out. Now we're gonna flavor the soup very nicely. Now we're gonna fry it up. You know, the crispness. Dang. All right. I'm gonna put this in here, and then the next time I see this camera, we'll be eating some Jota. All right. Okay. The New Year's Eve Jota is done.